Right, guys, I am home. There you go. I've had a fantastic day, absolutely fantastic. I couldn't have had any more fun if I wanted to. Oh, it's been so good. Hello, Snoop. Snoop's come to see me. Come on in. Do you want to go up the garden? I've just fed the dogs. I just got home. Dogs have had their dinner. Snoop wants to go up the garden. I think Sooty's oh no, Sooty's finished as well. Guys, are you going up the garden for me? Come on in. Snoopy. Come on, Soot. Right, here comes Soot. Go on in, off you go. Go on, off you go. Snoop. 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 Here he comes. Right, they're gone. They're up the garden. Go on, off you go. Right. It's been a really good day. Let me show you what I've got to start with. You'll like this. Da, da, da. Another box of Mars bars. I just went and picked those up from the shop. So I'm Mars barred out. Dogs have been fed. I've just made a cup of tea. I just sat down in the front room when the dogs came through to get me. Right. I'll tell you what's going on in a second. Let me turn the light on. It's getting a bit dark in here. It's lots of clouds. It keeps coming over really black, but it's sunny out the front. But out the back, it's really black. Right, I need my slippers on first. I've got to get my boots off, guys. Oh, right, there's my slippers. I'll put the camera on the table so I can get my boots off, guys, and I'll tell you what's been going on. Right, there you go. Oh, is that it? There. Oh, wow. Right, let me tell you how it all panned out today. You know I went to Norwich, and so I found the clinic first. I thought I'll go and find the clinic first. So that I know how to get to it. It was really easy. It was a really easy one to find. I did tap the coordinates in on my sat-nav and it took me right to the doorstep. It was perfect. Really good. Really, really good. So once I found it, I went back to the park and ride, got on a bus and went into the city. And so I did a little bit of shopping. I've got some stuff from Boots and I went and had a meal at Marks and Spencer's. They've got a cafeteria in Marks and Spencer's and I went in there. Right, that's the boobs off, guys. Oh, that was lovely. Once I came out, I was going to do a bit more shopping, but the sky went really black and it started to spit with rain. And I thought, I don't know, because I was like this. I hadn't got a coat with me, although I had got an umbrella in my bag, and I took my bag today. Hang on, let me grab my bag for you. This is my one and only bag, guys. So when it comes to bag collections, this is it. This is my only bag. It's a leather bag. I've had this forever, absolutely ever. It's the one and only bag I've ever bought. And I have got an umbrella, a little one in the bottom there, just in case I needed it. Anyway, I'll put that there. So it started to spit with rain, and I thought, what shall I do? And I thought, I'll go back to the bus station and get back to the car park. So that's what I did. I went back to the park and back to the bus station. I caught my bus, and it was actually I was the last passenger to get on, so it was absolutely perfect. So off we set. We went back to the park and ride car park. On the way, it absolutely threw it down. So that was so good. The timing was perfect. Once I got back to the park and ride, it had stopped raining, so I managed to get to my car without getting wet. And then I drove to the clinic from there, and I sat in the car park, and I put some videos on for you while I sat in the car park, guys. And then I took a video and I went in for you. They were running a little bit late because I got in there I was told I had to be there by 2:15 so I could do some paperwork. So I got in there at 2 o'clock and they said, can you go and sit down in the reception area and we'll come and get you when we're ready. Go and sit down. Good boy. I know, you're gorgeous. I know. So I went and sat down and they didn't come to see me till about 2:30, so they were running late. Anyway, I did the paperwork. The paperwork took probably 15 minutes to do the paperwork. And then they called me through into the office to see the surgeon. The surgeon was a lovely fella. There was a surgeon, a nurse, and there was the receptionist who came and got me. The lady who came and got me was a lady called Jane. And she was really, really good. So she's the one I've been speaking to on the phone and chatting with. So I knew her. I hadn't seen her, but yeah, that was lovely. So we finally got to talk. So I went and sat in with the surgeon. I'd already filled out this questionnaire, and it was a lot of reading, a lot of ticking and signing and putting down your details. So I did all that. Doctor goes through it, and I have got high blood pressure, and I'm on medication for that. And I've also got my asthma. I've got asthma, so I've got an inhaler. So the only two things that I had to put up on there that were of any interest to him. So he goes through all my records. He said he needs he needs my records from the doctors, so I've got to go and make an appointment with my doctor to get my records so that I can send those to him. And I've got to have a blood test and there was a scan. Can't remember what the scan was. They said I had to have. There's a scan I've got to have. I've got an envelope full of all the information, so I've got to have a scan. So that's it. So he told me the price, and I pretty well knew what the price was going to be, and it was. Are you ready for this? 6,995, so £7,000, which is what I was expecting. So that was no shock. That was really good. So yes, that's really good. So I know that this is going to be a goer, guys. So I've got to sort out making an appointment to see my doctor. I probably won't do it this week now because tomorrow's Friday. So I'll probably have a go at phoning my doctor up next week and see if I can make an appointment. And I need to go and see him. I need to get a letter from him. I need to get my records. I've also got to get a blood test done, and then there's this scan to do. They said they could do the blood test and the scan for me at their Norwich site. I'd have to go back up to Norwich, but the surgery itself is going to be taking place in London. It's in Harley Street in London, and so it's a day in. You go. He said I could catch the train down and go in on my own. He said, but I can't go out on my own. I've got to have somebody come and collect me. So I'm going to see if I can get I've got two sisters. I'm going to have a word with my sisters. One of them will be willing to come and get me. I'm sure they will. I'll probably try and book this for my birthday. My birthday is in February. And what I usually do in February is I have a week's holiday anyway. So what I'm going to think of trying to do is see if I can book 2 weeks off in February and then get down on the train and then get picked up by one of my sisters and brought back, and then that gives me 2 weeks to get over it before I have to go back to work again. Yes, so that's really, really good. I am so happy. I was just fearful that he was going to say, oh no, I can't do anything with you, but he was fine. He said, yeah, he said, I couldn't have really big ones, he said, because I haven't got the flesh for it. And I said, well, I don't want to be a Dolly Parton, I want to be just a normal looking woman. And so we're going for 300 grams, and I think that's perfect, absolutely perfect. I might change my mind later on, but I'm happy with that. I'm so happy. So they've shown me what's going to go on. So the rest now is down to me to sort out my side of it and then confirm a date and to pay a deposit. So yeah. So I've just got home, I've made a cup of tea, and yeah, I'm going to celebrate with a Mars bar. And then I'll make my dinner after this. There is something else I was going to mention, and I could mention this evening actually. I might leave it till this evening because I think I've said enough now. But I want to talk about my Glasgow meet and greet, and I'll do that this evening. So stay tuned for that, and I'll do a one in the early evening, and then I'll do my last washing up one later on tonight. So we'll leave it at that for the moment. I'll have my cup of tea and my Mars bar, then I'll go and make my dinner. I've got to make my sandwiches for tomorrow as well. My boys are both sat here watching me. They don't have anything. They can't have chocolate or anything like that, but they're both glued. You're gorgeous, Spence, I know. So I'm going to sign out now, guys. Thank you for staying tuned, and I shall have another chat with you this evening and let you know the other thing I was going to tell you about the meet and greet. Right, I'm going to sign out. I shall speak to you later. Bye-bye.